As you get up to the second and the third floor, it becomes more and more real. And that craziness of this, noise all around just gives way to a silent reverence. Good morning from Saigon. I did not sleep very well last night. It's not jet lag, I'm only an hour behind China. So that wasn't the gig. Maybe I'm just excited to start the day. I also noticed that on the TV here, all the channels are in English, which is so rare. I never get to watch English TV anymore. So I was flipping through the channels last night. Everything from CNN to HBO to the Cartoon Network. Just tripping out. Wow, everything is in English. It was tough to go to sleep because I was so excited to watch some English TV. It's about 7:30 in the morning. It's time for round two. This one a little bit more American style, yeah. It's amazing how much you miss crispy bacon. You don't get that in China. Waffles, pancakes, and I got some scrambled eggs with some ham coming my way. I'm in breakfast heaven right now. Everyone at this hotel is very cool. The bellman, the doorman, they give me directions on how to get to the places I want to go. Absolutely beautiful parks. Everyone's out enjoying the day. Lots of people exercising, doing martial arts, doing jogging, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, a lot of tourists, a lot of people from all around the world. It's great to run into them and where are you from, where you been? It's wonderful to converse with so many different people from all around the world. And the locals have been great, not just the folks at the hotel. There are also shoe shine guys everywhere. Every about 100 meters or so, I pass a guy who wants to clean my shoes. The first place that I've come in my first full day in Vietnam is the War Remnants Museum. According to this guidebook that they gave me, it was originally called the Exhibition House for U.S. and Puppet Regime Crimes, September 4th, 1975. It was renamed in 1990 to the Exhibition House for Crime of War of Aggression. And then in 1995, after they normalized relations with the U.S., it was renamed the War Remnants Museum. And today everyone is welcome here. In fact, most of the people I see here are foreigners who are here to gain perspective on the Vietnam War. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to receive all of this information. But the first thing that I'm looking at here is a giant Chinook helicopter. I grew up next to the Tustin Air Corps Marine Base in Orange County, where they fly the Chinooks. And they would fly over my house as a child. They were everywhere. I also have a number of aircraft here. The Maybay U-17B. We've got an old Bell helicopter. We've got a familiar sight for me. To all the static displays and everything, they also have this it looks like a prisoner of war camp that you can walk through. Tiger cages, special cells in Kong Dao jail. So here, make your skin crawl. Great thing though about this is I see and have met a lot of Vietnam veterans, a lot of Americans who fought in this war, and it's very touching and moving for them. And I spent about 5 minutes as I was getting my camera ready sitting next to one of them. He was telling me stories about how he was stationed here and that he's always wanted to come back to Vietnam and see how it has changed, and he was very appreciative that he has the opportunity to do that, to come back to such a beautiful country and experience it in a much different way. A large section of this museum is dedicated to the effects of Agent Orange. Now, I know some people, American GIs, that are still suffering. Section of the museum that is called Agent Orange Through the Eyes of Children's Paintings. Really impressive. Bye-bye. Thanks. A very powerful experience, and I've come away from it with a couple of thoughts. When you first come into the museum, it's very loud. I mean, you got the roads outside and all the motorbikes going by, and there are lots of people. You know, the first things they see are these static displays of the planes and the tanks, and then you go into the building and it's still really loud because it's just an echo feeling in there. And so you start going through some of the photo exhibits, and as you get up to the second and the third floor, it becomes more and more real. And that craziness of this, noise all around just gives way to a silent reverence, and it's moving. There were some moments in this exhibit where, I got a little choked up. Some of the images and the way it's presented is extremely powerful. And I have to give it up to the people who put this together. Even though there is some propaganda you see, it is not done in a bad way. It's done in a very respectful way, even to the American troops. Not the atrocities of the enemy, but the atrocities of war itself. The fact that I am here filming freely and with all these other people really hits home. If you come to Vietnam, this should be one of the first places you come to really give it perspective. I don't play video games very much. I don't like the first-person shooter games that are so popular in the world. And if more children came to museums like this, then that whole genre would fall apart, I think. Because it really shows you that in real life, when you're shot, you don't spawn back to life and start the level all over again. In real life, this is what happens.